Hi everyone, welcome to our first math video. We're going to do some problems to get ready for the Casa's Goals Math Assessment. This is the assessment that our pre-GED students take before and after every semester. You might want to have a piece of paper, pencil, pen, and I'm using one of our school calculators from GRCC, but you can use the calculator on your phone. So we'll read the problem together. Then you can pause the video, do the problem, and then we'll go through the answers together. Here we go. Practice number 1. Brad and Amy each have $5 for Greta's gift. How much money do they have together to buy the gift? $2, $5, $10, or $20? Okay, pause the video and solve the problem. Okay, let's take a look at this. So Brad and Amy each have $5 for Greta's gift. Each is an important word here because it means that Brad has $5 and Greta has $5. And the question asks, how much money do they have together? Together means addition. So I'm doing 5 plus 5, and I know that that's going to equal 10. So my answer is C. Okay, next question. Patrice has 3 boxes of cards. Each box is 2 inches thick. The boxes are stacked up on top of each other. How high is the stack? 3 inches, 6 inches, 9 inches, or 10 inches? Pause the video and solve the problem. Okay, so for this one, I might want to draw a picture. Patrice has 3 boxes of cards, and they're stacked on top of each other. So I'm going to go 1, 2, and 3. Okay, each box is 2 inches thick, so I'm going to go 2 inches, 2 inches, and 2 inches. How high is the stack? So I know high means from the bottom to the top. It means what is this total measurement here? So I'm going to add them. 2 plus 2 plus 2 is going to give me 6 inches. And so the answer is B. All right, let's take a look at the next one. Okay, so this is tax. For this one, I do need to understand something about percents and decimals. So Gina is buying a shirt that costs $10. The sales tax is 7.5%. Now, because the numbers here are fairly simple, I can actually figure this one out without doing any math. But let me show you the math. Pause the video, do the problem, and then I'll show you how to do it both ways. Okay, welcome back. So Gina's buying a shirt that costs $10. The sales tax is 7.5. Now, for these problems, I'm probably going to want to use a calculator. And I know that 7.5% can also be written as a decimal. So I can put it into my calculator. So when I change a percentage, which actually means, in this case, 7.5 out of 100, that's what the percent means, per 100 out of 100, it's actually a fraction. I know that in order to get the decimal form of the number, I can divide by 100. So I can put into my calculator, if I don't know, and I can say 7.5 divided by 100, and that's going to give me the decimal. It's going to give me 0.075. So this is going to be my decimal, 0.075. Now, many of you will know if we want to change a percent to a decimal, we divide by 100. When you divide a decimal number by 100, you move the decimal point 2 places to the left to make it smaller. Okay, so that will give me the same answer, 0.075. Either way will work. Now, I want to find this percentage, or this decimal, of my $10. Okay, what is this decimal, or 7.5% of $10? So I can plug it into my calculator. So I already have this number, and I can just do multiplied by 10, and this will give me the answer, 75 cents. Now, some of you might be thinking, okay, well, if I multiply something by 10, I know I can also just move the decimal. I can move it like that. So now I have 0.75, and this is money, so that's 75 cents. I want to go back to the problem here and I want to think about it. Oh yeah, 7.5% out of 10 is just under a tenth. So that would be less than 10 cents. It would be a reasonable answer to choose 75. You go to a store, think about it. You spend $10 on a shirt, is 75 cents a reasonable answer? Yep, that's probably a reasonable answer for that shirt. So the answer here is C. Okay, last problem we're going to do on this video. Jackson Elementary will have 120 first grade students next year. Each class can have 25 students. Using the equation 24x equals 120, how many first grade classes will the school need? Okay, if you haven't had algebra instruction or training, that's okay. You can still figure this problem out by drawing a picture or by using basic math. If you know algebra, you can solve the problem using the training you've had. So pause the video, try the problem, and we'll look at it a couple of different ways. Okay, hi everybody. So Jackson Elementary will have 120 first graders. So I'm going to just do this with pictures because you don't actually need algebra for this one. So 120 students. Each class can have 24 students. Okay, so I'm just going to draw a class. This is a class of students, and each class has 24. Okay, so I need to figure out how many classes I can have for all, so that all my 120 students have a class. So 24 plus 24. Okay, now I have 2 classes. How many students? Okay, 48 classes. Sorry, 48 students will fit into those 2 classes. Okay, but I have 120 students, so that's not enough. Okay, so I add another class. Okay, 24, 24, and 24 is going to be what? 72. Okay, I'm going to add another one here. 24. Is that enough? What's 24 plus 24 plus 24? Anybody know? Can you figure it out on your calculator? Okay, 96. I'm not there yet. Plus another 24. So 24 plus 24 plus 24 plus 24. Yeah, 120. Okay, so this is also 24 times 5 will give me 120. So going back here, the question is how many first grade classes will the school need? And the answer is it will need 5. Now, if you know algebra, you could have thought about it this way. So 24 times what, and x just means what number, 24 times what equals 120. Okay, maybe you know that and can figure it out in your head. Okay, or maybe you think, okay, 24 times x. I know that this relationship here is times. Anytime I have a number in front of a variable, it's multiplication. Now, what I want to do is I want to cancel out the 24, so I just have x equals something. So the only way to do that is to do the opposite of multiplying. What is the opposite of multiplying? Dividing. So whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other. So I am going to divide both sides by 24. That way I will have 24 over 24. This will turn into 1. 1 times x is just x. So I'm going to have x equals 120. Sorry, that should not be crossed out. Beg your pardon. 120 divided by 24. Okay, so I'm going to get my handy dandy calculator, which you have on the test, by the way. You have pencil, paper, and calculator. 120 divided by 24 is going to give me 5. Was that my answer before? 5 classes? Yep, same answer. So you could do it with algebra, but you certainly don't need to. Congratulations, you guys. That's the end of the first video. Nice work. We'll see you in the next one.